one of the standard things that happens in noir is a guy meets a woman that just spirals him into a world of shadows and intrigue and stuff like that. Like, and sometimes it's because it's a femme fatale who's up to no good, and sometimes it's also a totally innocent woman who just happens to be on this path that she's in sort of trouble, and he gets pulled into it. So you meet Mytee in this world, and it spins Manny off into this whole different path. But it's really, for some reason, it was important to me that Manny was actually partially to blame, or feel like he was partially to blame.
Right.
Like he thought he had caused her to be lost.
Right.
When it was actually more Domino's fault that she got sent off. He stole her number 9 ticket.
Well, you didn't want to blame the woman, like
Well,
say Double Indemnity does, or
yeah, where she was actually scheming and where this is more just someone who Manny feels like he has caused misfortune to come to.
Right, or Maltese Falcon does, for that matter. Yeah.
Okay, here's the plan. I need a disguise so I can get close to Hector, and a gun so we'll have something to talk about when I get there.
If you figure out that part, I'll go find out where he is.
His casino tower is directly above these headquarters.
All right, meet me there.
Volunteers quickly for dangerous work. She could be very useful to the cause.
As far as I'm concerned, she is the cause. Better save this part from sprouting. I wonder how that soldier's getting by without this arm. The rest of him has gone to seed already. Calling all cars, calling all cars.
Yeah, I remember having to get extensions. That was like my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
No, I would have to go in because I'd be the same thing. Because I always advocate for the artist, and I did. I mean, that's why I loved working with Tim. He's so creative. And so we would talk and collaborate, and then when I'm like, no, look, this is the date, because I'm trying to say the date, and then he did the, the ship story. And so then we had to go get more time. And I was like, well, how are we going to do that? And then he was like, here's my technique. I go into Jack's office, and I stay in there, and I threaten to light myself on fire, and I just scream, and I stay in there until he extends the date. And I'm like, that's a great strategy.
Yeah, it worked.
I know. It worked. Threaten to light myself on fire.
Well,
That's
see, we would never try that in the sound department because Jack would just say, go ahead.
Yeah.
Any messages for me?
Nope, calls stopped coming for you the day you left. They're still sending you that lingerie catalog, though.
Any message?
Nope, there's...
This camera's showing nothing but flowers. Must be another fallen agent.
Yeah, I remember.
Memo to all agents. Priority urgent. In light of the recent disappearances, all agents are ordered to avoid travel in unlit areas until further notice. I bet the agent in this photo is the poor guy that Hector just shot. It's the part of that soldier that didn't get up and hop out of here on one hand.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
I forgot about this set.
That looks like a painting or something. That's good.
Yeah, this is one of the... yeah, when you get a Peter Chan drawing, this one was a Widowmaker as well, where you just thought, how does that pipe go into that?
Things didn't quite line up.
You know, I was going to say that environment with the pipes in it, it almost had like a Day of the Tentacle or Sam and Max feel to it. There's a lot of distortion in the pipes, and felt a little more wacky than what we see in the rest of the environments.
No, definitely.
Not right now. Not right now. Hello down there. Come here, little Manny. Ow! Hey, must be little Mytee. I bet the agent in this photo is the poor guy that Hector just shot. My scythe. I know what you're up to. I've been watching. Stay there. I'm coming to sprout you myself. Yours truly, Hector Lemans. Híjole. I know what you're up to. I've been watching. Stay. Yours truly, Hector Lemans. Okay, don't bite. This is a note. You like notes, remember? Liquid nitrogen, not to be used on bone. Well, here goes nothing. Go, baby, por la revolución!
One of Hector's messengers with a message for me? I know what you're up to. I've been watching. I'm coming to sprout you myself. Yours truly, Hector Lemans. I knew it! I knew he was out to get me the whole time! You'll never find my secret hideout, Hector. You're going to have to find yourself another Flores!
Salvador, come in. Salvador? Nothing to see but flowers. Any messages for me?
Nope, calls stopped coming for you the day you left. They're still sending you that lingerie catalog, though.
Give me that.
I didn't put in too many late nights, but there was one where I was in the office at 2 in the morning just making notes on the script, and all of a sudden Chuck Jordan walks by my office and says, "Hi," and there was a way about him that 10 minutes later I got up from my desk and went over to his office and went in and said, "Did you just get in?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I get in at 2. At 2 in the morning." He's like, "Yeah." And I guess that he had put in so many late nights that his whole time clock had shifted, and so he said to Tim, he's like, "Hey, is it okay if I just come in at 2 in the morning?" And Tim was like, "Sure."
Not so high! Watch! Not so...
I saw Bowsley run down here. Where did he go?
Watch the...
the big wall of concept art that was like and 15 feet tall, and you'll see on the internet, probably see some of it on the special edition of these pencil drawings that are and you only get to see them one at a time, but there were hundreds of them, and they were all pinned up to this giant corkboard.
Yeah, it's like wallpaper.
It was amazing to see this beautiful art transform from these pencil drawings on the wall into the game in front of you, and
it kept the style in a lot of cases. I mean, some of the things were
the
3D scenes were amazing.
Yeah, the faithfulness to those original Peter Chan drawings is incredible.
Got to figure out some way to disguise this pretty face before I hit the streets.
Remember the
It's not like Johnny Thunder lets just anybody in his review. No. I mean, being allowed to wear the Johnny Thunder makeup is an honor. Yes. A privilege. Yes. So I said to her, you give me that 10% discount or I'm taking my business elsewhere. You said that? Well, oh yes, I was mad, you know. And then, here's the good part. Yeah. I am a busy man.
Pardon me, Thunder Boys, but...
Oh, are you here for the Thunder Boy tryouts?
Yes, I am.
Oh, that's too bad. Because we just got the last 2 parts. Maybe next season. Wow.
One of the cool things about this game too is that there's a few characters that actually went through costume changes throughout the game, which was a nice detail.
No, and it really gives you a sense of time, time passing.
Hey, get lost, pal. No autographs. Hey, get lost. No autograph. Hey, get no autographs.
Show business coffee.
So what did you... So then I says... No kidding.
I don't see any place to serve coffee here. I don't see any place... Little too hot for my pockets, thank you.
Of course, as soon as I save up enough money for a double-N ticket, I'm out of here. What? You can't just buy a double-N? Well, I know somebody who knows somebody who knows Hector Lamans. Wow, you know everybody. You don't say.
I don't see any place to serve coffee.
No, coffee. Thanks.
A real amateur? Oh, coffee, great. About time we got a PA around here. Hey, kid, keep it black and keep it coming, all right? So what? Oh, coffee, great. It's about time. And then what? Oh, coffee, great. It's about time, but I guess so.
I don't see any place to serve coffee here. That ladder is a little too long to climb. That ladder is a little too long to climb with scalding hot coffee in my... I don't see any place... That ladder is a little too hot for my...
Wow. I am a busy man. Really? But...
Hey, out of the dressing room. We got...
I don't see any place to serve coffee. I don't see any...
No, coffee. Thanks.
No kidding.
I don't see any place to serve coffee here.
Wow.
There is no. This is a really boring fact. I'm gonna share it anyway. There's no inventory combinations in Grim Fandango. You can't use an object with another object in your inventory.
Oh, that's right.
So if you want to put the bone in the bone grinder, you have to put them in this receptacle in the room. Another weird mechanical contrivance from my own head. A handheld snow grinder that would plug into a giant snow grinder. I'm sure they have those, right?
Wait, what's a snow grinder?
It's like a fake, like to make fake snow for the show. And this is what I'm talking about. You can't use the hand with the snow grinder. So you put the snow grinder down and then put the hand in it and then pick it up. And that's how you combine. This is a one object combination puzzle we have. I don't know why the lid on it closes. That was like really important technically.
I don't see any place to serve coffee here.
Oh, what did you do that for? I didn't. You melted my makeup. I can't go on like this. I took you under my wing, and this is how you pay me back. No, it's not like that.
I don't see any... I would, but it's full. This remote control works the bone wagon suspension. I think that would be disrespectful.
There is no. This is a really boring fact. I'm gonna share it anyway. There's no inventory combinations in Grim Fandango. You can't use an object with another object in your inventory.
Oh, that's right.
So if you want to put the bone in the bone grinder, you have to put them in this receptacle in the room. Another weird mechanical contrivance from my own head. A handheld snow grinder that would plug into a giant snow grinder.
But the grinder part looks
I'm sure they have those, right?
Wait, what's a snow grinder?
It's like a fake, like to make fake snow for the show. And this is what I'm talking about. You can't use the hand with the snow grinder. So you put the snow grinder down and then put the hand in it and then pick it up. And that's how you combine. This is a one object combination puzzle we have. I don't know why the lid on it closes. That was like really important technically.
I think he'd be happy to know his body was serving the cause like this. It's a ladder.
Hey, kid, this is your lucky day. We got an opening, and you're the newest Thunder Boy in the Johnny Thunder Review.
Yes, I've been working for this moment all my life.
Then sit on down. We got to start your makeup. Now, don't go too far. You never know what time is showtime around here.
Is it showtime yet?
Johnny Thunder still hasn't rolled in yet. You know these prima donna crooners.
Hey, you're talking about Johnny Thunder.
Sorry.
Is it showtime yet?
Johnny Thunder still hasn't rolled in yet.
No use for it. No use for No use for it. How about this one? Anyone down here?
To help make this game, one of the secrets to it is just watching a lot of old movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of this, it's like some of them are references, but a lot of them are like plot elements, ideas of relationships between people. Is the subtle stuff that came out of watching old black and white movies, because they just did stuff so differently then. And I mean, I know there were formula movies back then, but they're not the current formulas, you know, and they're not as pat as the movies you'd watch today. They're surprising. Like old film noir movies have relationships between people that feel really different than modern relationships. Some of them are messed up and based on old social things, and some of them are just like cooler. It's weird.
Well, there's a certain stoicism that you don't,
and a certain
kind of reserve maybe you don't see in characters.
And a little bit of an honesty in characters. Like nowadays, like you don't think the way people talk now. There's different layers of meaning to everything and different subtexts.
Say everything's cool, which means which means F you, which means no, it's more like things.
So even though they're old, they're very refreshing, is what I'm saying. Like Casablanca has a lot of just honest people talking honestly to each other in a way that's different than a modern movie.
How about this one? Monsters? Again? Bowsley's probably in that maze, but I'd never be able to find him without something really helpful. Bowsley's probably Bowsley's probably in that maze, but I'd never be able to find him without something really helpful. Bowsley's probably in that maze, but I'd never be able to find, no use for it. Hello? Oh, never mind. Go back to sleep, whatever you are.
I relied on Tony Plana to improvise a lot of Spanish, because I didn't write any of the Spanish dialogue. I'd write Buddy. It was always like, Buddy, hey, Buddy, what's going on?
And he would
bud?
say F.A.
And he'd go,
or
I'm gonna,
something like
he, yeah, let's say Carnal, which is like, Carnal was like really close, like
carnal, like
of
blood brothers.
Yeah, blood brothers.
Yeah.
And then it's like I think he calls him hermano, like brother, a few places, and also the Icole. And then there's a really bad word for goat, which he's like, oh, in Cuba, he's a Cuban actor, and he's like, it's not that bad in Cuba. In Mexico, that's a swear word. But I mean, here, so there's some Spanish in here that might be not for children.
Need a rating?
Yeah, I need a rating only in Spanish.
Going up?
This elevator goes up straight to the penthouse suite of Hector Lamans. Mr. Lamans, he only do the business with the very select elite clientele.
I'm select, and I'm very elite.
You look like you work in a meat locker to me, pal.
These aren't my regular clothes.
Well, when you get your regular clothes, I'll give you the regular treatment.
Buenos dias.
Back off, sleazeballer. My husband here will bust your jaw.
Mytee, it's me.
Nani? That's some costume. Here, help me get Mr. High Roller here into this sheet so we can get out of here.
Mytee got this sheet for Charlie. Hey, is that you, young lady? I'll get you. Help! Hey, what's going on under that raincoat?
I don't know what's going on under that makeup. Agent Calavera?
You? Didn't Salvador chop you in half early this evening?
Yes, which has given me this glorious opportunity to serve the cause by gathering funds for the LSA while stealing from our arch enemy at the same time.
You must be patient, my kitten. I'll escort you to your party just as soon as my system pays off here.
He's doing army. I think that's his deal. He's doing like
Right. Yeah, no, I get
Boy.
it. Yeah, it's like Gomer Pyle. Yeah.
Kind of like Gomer. Not Gomer. No, he's doing I don't know what he's doing.
Well, I mean, not Gomer specifically himself, but that sort of world of humor. Like T. Boone Pickens. No, not T. Boone Pickens, but T-Bone Pickens.
That's some of the most
Slim
visually...
Pickens. There we go. Now,
oh, exactly.
Like Slim Pickens in Doctor Strangelove.
What exactly are you doing?
I'll stick myself inside like a finger down the throat of Hector Limons himself, and I'll make the machine regurgitate the wealth it has devoured.
Yeah. Hola.
No drinks for me, thanks.
Hola.
No drinks for...
Why do you want to get him into a sheet?
I told him there was a big toga party at the Casino Romano, but he had to wear this sheet to get in. After he changes, you take his suit and go upstairs. Get it?
You're trickier than I thought.
Not again. I'll get you. Hey! Not fun?
I'm going to punt this twerp the first chance I get. I'm going to punt. I'm going to...
This game was so long and complex and had new characters in like the last act and stuff.
Right.
And I was like, how do we make so much complexity in in 3 years? I know it sounds like a long time to people who don't. A lot of it was that it was double through. It was like 6 years because we also worked all night for 3
Right.
years.
That's true.
We worked all day and all night
That
for
is
3 years.
true.
It's like a 6-year project. And for the good of the games industry, we try not to do that anymore. And people thought when the game was going late, like it took longer than it was supposed to take like a year, not like 3 years.
Yes.
And people wanted to do it episodically. They're like, let's just release it episodically. But who knows what would happen if we had done that? Because it might not have made Act 2 or Act 3.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the way things are changing at the company.
I know this guy. He can play the slots.
He said as soon as the machine pays off, he'll come with me.
Meche got this sheet for Charlie. Here.
No, I...
Not again. I'll get you.
I can't go strolling through the halls now. I'm on the lam.
Hey! Ah. Oh, for crying out loud. Not funny. Back.
No use for it. Can anyone Dang. The flakes of bone are sprouting when they hit the puddle and turning into baby tears. Okay, I think I could follow the trail this way, but I need a little light.
Hey, what's that?
That must be the florist's hideout.
No, not that. The thing coming at us!
Certain amount of improvisation at the more towards the end of the game you got, the more the musicians improvise, and so sort of like
this
everything's
sounds like the Meadow kind of, isn't it?
It is. It's a little bit like in fact, I think it's a remix of some of the tracks I used in the Meadow, and they're sort of riffing on the Hector theme.
Wait, how are they? Where's the Hector theme in this?
The da 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 is part of.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh my God! You're ripping this whole game wide open with this Hector conspiracy.
That's what I do is hum the Hector theme to them before they would start jamming.